सहनावतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। So the question Arjuna was asking is, who is a dealer? No, who is a leader? Who is a leader? Obvious answer is one who leads. Right? One who leads. So a leader should have certain basic qualities, then only one can become a leader. Swami Chinmaya used to say, each one of us is a leader. Because there are always people around us who are looking up to us. Your younger children, younger sister, younger brother is looking up to you. Because they derive inspiration, guidance, because you are elder to him or her. So always, please understand, there are few eyes which are watching you. So if you are doing something, you are always being emulated. So you have to be careful about, especially as you grow older, more number of people are emulating you, imitating you. Especially when you have become a parent, then obviously your children are going to be those who are deriving maximum from you. If you are a teacher, all the students will be emulating your qualities. If you are a person who is leading an organization, then all those people, members of the organization, all will be looking up to you. If you are a social activist, then all those people who are following your principles, they will be looking up to you. If you are a king, the whole country is looking at you. Right? So Obama, if he has to stand there and speak, he's not speaking as an individual, he's speaking as a country. If he goes to another country and says, we will do it, he's not talking as Obama. He's talking as United States. We will support you. When you say, it is not I am supporting. Me, I am representing the entire country. United States will support you. So you have to be careful when you are, as you grow up, what position in which you are, and accordingly your words will have an effect. So everyone is essentially a leader. At some point of time you will be influencing people. So therefore Krishna says, turning to Arjuna, you are a leader. How? Because who is a leader? A leader is one who makes others follow. By exemplifying what he says. That's the most important point. By showing, demonstrating what he speaks. Simple example was, let us take two different historical personalities. Hitler and Mahatma Gandhi. Just for the sake of argument. Both of them were leaders. Both of them influenced a lot of people. Both of them did bring a great change in the society. Both of them part of a great movement, but in opposite directions. Both of them had great power of words. Hitler was a man who had a lot of discipline within himself. He's a very disciplined person as an individual. A man of principle, all right. Man of vision. Man of action. man of a greater following, but his direction was wrong. It is for destruction. Not one or two people, millions. Gandhi, on the other hand, was a man of action, man of words, man of vision. A lot of people were following him, and his direction was freedom, not destruction. His words were also very, very powerful. More than words is action. And even today, we are able to remember him for a simple principle, non-violence. Just the opposite of Hitler. Violence was on the part of one part of the world going on. At the same time, here stood a man, he said, I will just do the opposite. And prove to the world that to correct a situation, or correct a society, I don't need to fight. I have to stand on my principle. So, if you see, men of such power, men of such principle, every age there are people who come. But in which direction they take the society, that decided by the principle for which you stand. That's why it is said, if you don't stand for a principle in your life, you fall for everything else. You should stand for something in your life, otherwise you will fall for everything. So a leader should have, first and foremost thing is, must have a principle. Why am I living in this world? So that is why we see from the words of Mahatma Gandhi, he said, be the change you would like to see. Correct? You want change happening around you. Otherwise, the leader is a product of a situation. Our Gurudev Swami Chinmaya was also a leader. As much as Buddha was a leader, Krishna was a leader, Ram was a leader, Vivekananda was a leader. Why? They are product of a situation. Lincoln was a leader. Why they are leaders? Because they have understood the situation. There is a situation that is happening there that needs some attention. Then somebody should come out and then make it happen. If that is not there, if that situation has the circumstances that doesn't require a person, the leader won't be there. So, what was the situation in which Krishna was created? The problem of Kauravas. What was the situation where Gandhi was created? The problem of the British. What was the situation where Buddha was created? Problem of the people who misunderstood the whole spirituality. What was the situation where Vivekananda was created? Western world has misunderstood Hinduism. What was the situation when, for example, let us say Lincoln was created? Blacks were, or the people who are black, the colored people were harassed. That is the situation. A situation creates a leader. That is one thing. Second, a leader creates a situation. In the business world, if you look at it, who wanted iPad? Tell me. Who wanted iPhone? Who wanted the Apple system? Who wanted it? Who wanted desktop computers and laptop computers? Who wanted Google? Who wanted Yahoo? Who wanted Facebook? We never thought about it, right? Nobody wanted it. But a leader said, I will create it. And make the people want it. That is Steve. That is Bill Gates. And I don't know who's the Facebook. What is his name?
Mark Zuckerberg.
Okay, you all know it. Who's Google? I mean, we never thought about it. It was not needed. but they made it appear that you need it. So a situation can create a leader can create a situation. Both are possible. Here in Gita, Krishna says that this situation requires a leader. Yadyad acharati sreshtaha tattad eva itaro janaha sa yat pramanam kurute lokaha tad anuvartate. That is verse number what is that? Verse number 21. I don't know, page number you have to check. Yadyad acharati sreshtaha tattadeva itaro janaha sayat pramanam kurude lokaha tadanvartate. Meaning of it is, whatever a great person does, the world will follow. Whatever he stands as a principle, the people implicitly follow that. Michael Jordan, one of the, what is this, basketball, right? And he colored his hair, right? No, what is this, the other guy? What is his name? Dennis Rodman. Yeah, that is the guy. So in somebody's house I went, and then the man of the house said, the lady of the house said, oh, my son is a very ardent follower of this Michael Jordan, or what is his name? Dennis. Oh, he also plays basketball? Yeah. So let me see his room. So I went to his room. And boy was not there. So there are a lot of pictures of Dennis Rodman all over. Various poses. Then the height of it was, the bed was there. On the ceiling he had the picture. On the ceiling. So I asked, why he is having it on the ceiling? While go to sleep, he wants to look at him. While waking up, he wants to look at him. That much of inspiration. Another Michael Brewer, what is it called?
Bieber.
Justin Bieber. So one girl, young girl, she was only, she's I think in the 4th grade or 5th grade. I went to somebody's house, and then that lady of the house said, oh, she's so fond of this guy. The whole room is full of him only. And then the ceiling also. That is, see, whatever, that is the reason why, any product you want to market, you want a celebrity to show it, right? I do not know what, So it's a shampoo also, or then oil, or not, or soap. Why you want a celebrity to show it? Because if he is using, I want to use it. Human beings are basically imitating people, imitating animals, because we came from that monkey only. Monkey constantly imitates, right? You do something, it will do the same thing. So we also came from there, according to many people. So obviously we have the tendency of imitating. A celebrity does that, or somebody whom you like to do it, then we will also do it. So the statement is very clear. Yadyat, whatever it is, acharati does, sreshtaha, meaning a man of importance, tat eva, that and that alone, itaraha, other janaha, other people. Sayat pramanam krude, whatever he considers has his value, lokaha tadanvartati. People just follow it. So a leader is one. The first principle is situations create leaders. Leaders create situations. Number one. Number two, whatever a leader does, the followers follow. Christ was a leader in his own times. And whatever he said, he influenced a certain number of people there around him. All spiritual leaders, they stood for certain principles. All political leaders, now they are not dealers. Sorry. They are dealers only, not leaders. They deal the country. So they also stand for certain principles, and others follow it. See, without the followers, can there be a leader then? A true leader is one who doesn't create followers. He makes people follow because standing by principle. How does he create? As I said, he creates by demonstrating what he does. So Arjuna, you are a leader, whether you like it or not. Now, having become, because all these people around you who are all this standing for the war are waiting for you to start. You cannot now say, I cannot do it. Number one. Number two, you must be convinced about what you are going to do. If you yourself hesitating, do you think anybody else will do? So, principle of a leader is that he stands for a principle. I read a book, Principle-Based Leadership, by Stephen Covey. He says the first and foremost thing a leader should possess as his principle is he must give promise and he must stand by his promise. If you give a word, you must stand by it. Otherwise, don't give a word. So, to start with, do promise to yourself. To start with, you must stand for your own promise. To begin with, certain things you promise to yourself and see whether you can stand by it. It starts from home. Let us say that you say, okay, tomorrow onwards, I am going to do certain things which is good for me. Maybe I am going to work out for at least 30-45 minutes a day. I will eat probably the healthy food. And I will study for my own profession. Or I will do something new which others have not done to create my own something which I want to do it. Or I am going to start a hobby which will relax me. Certain things which you have to promise to yourself. I would be happy and smiling whomever I meet. Something which you start on your own, which you don't need to tell anybody else. Just to keep it to yourself. See whether you can follow it. That is called promising to yourself. And if you fail, understand one thing. You cannot give promise to others. A leader cannot give a promise and not to follow it up. So, leadership starts at home. Promise yourself, keep it up. Again, increase the intensity of your promise. Intensity of your need to exert more for keeping up your promise. See whether you can live up to it. So go on increasing that intensity of your promise. And if you are able to keep it up, then you are ready to give a promise to someone and follow it up and make it happen. This is what we found in all great masters. They uncompromisingly stand by what they say. So when Gandhiji said that I will be non-violent at any cost, even if I'm going to be killed, I'll stand by that. So that integrity, that stamina, that steadfastness, that adamantly standing by that did not happen overnight. The way he began his whole journey, right? He was a lawyer and he was a barrister. But he was thrown out of the train station. From the train onto the platform. That's when he realized, I'm not alone. So many people are being treated like this. For no reason of their own. Just because the color is different. Color of the skin is different. For that purpose, we have to be treated like this. So suddenly he started questioning, what am I doing as a profession? Do I need to? What am I going to gain after all? After that, maybe another big lawyer, and then I will earn money, and then I will have a family, and then I will be like one among the millions. Nothing is going to change. I want to be different. That's when he started thinking. So, a situation created the personality there. But he didn't just take it easily. He started working on it. How do I do it? And he did not go for a place to prove himself. Wherever I am. in that remote part of South Africa, I can make a change. It was not even his own country. What a stamina he had, what a steadfastness. It went against the British or the local government. I'm going to fight with them, with taking no weapon in my hand, just words. So, the leader who stands by a principle, uncompromisingly, he proves himself. Mother Teresa. She came to another country. What was his intention? What was it he wanted to do? Simple thing. Help the poor. Were there not people who are others who are doing it? They were doing it. But not the way she did. So, there is a book which I am reading called Outliers. Have you read anyone? Yeah. So, he's talking about the successful people. Of course, circumstances play a very important role, as you know in that book. It's very clearly said. Situations definitely is important for you to be successful. But that alone is not sufficient. There are many circumstances where others are also there, but one person shines out. So, yad yad acharati shrestha. Gurudev's favorite words, that is. Whatever a man of importance does, others will implicitly follow. Therefore, Arjuna, you have to be careful. And Arjuna says, see, this is also a very high-sounding philosophy, but how do you prove that it works? Krishna smiles and said, look at me. What is the need for me to come here, to this situation? Why am I here in this battlefield? Am I going to gain anything out of this? I am here because I am proving Naime partasya kartavyam trishu lokeshu kinchana. In 3 words, I have nothing to gain. Na anavaptam avaptavyam varta evacha karmani. I have me as the God. I am incarnation of God. I have nothing that I am going to lose. And I am nothing that I have to gain. I am already having everything. I lose nothing, I gain nothing. Yet, I act to prove that everyone should work. Because if I don't do anything, the people will just follow the same thing. Now, how do we prove this? God is not in front of us who is now sitting and acting and showing to us. We are not seeing Him, right? But we see Him in action. The trees, the planets, the sun, the moon, the seasons. Do you think that they are all happening haphazardly? I used to give this example. When I was in Calcutta, my first posting as Brahmachari or Swami was in Calcutta. One day I was just, every day I go, and because we had a bookshop and then other sales, etc., every day I go and deposit some money in the bank and come back. The Swamiji with whom I lived, he was a very strict person. Every day, whatever collection of the previous day, you must go and deposit. So I used to go in the morning after my breakfast, etc. I'll just walk down, there's a nearby, and then go and deposit the money and come back. So one day as I got out of the mission center, and I came out into the road, the platform, the sidewalk, and then I had to go cross the road and then go to the bank. When I came out of the building, I saw a 10 rupee note lying down there. Somebody has it. So I looked at it. Nobody seemed to be there. Nobody seemed to be bothered about it. So I picked it up, put it in my pocket, went to the bank and then finished my work and then came and stood for some time. Anybody is looking for the money. So nobody was there. I said, okay. Then I went inside and I was busy with my work. Then next day I added the 10 rupee to our collection because that is just a donation. So I came out of the building next day morning and I was about to cross the road. In the same spot where it was yesterday, 10 rupee note was lying down. Now I am a little careful. Now this is not correct. This cannot be a coincidence. Somebody is doing this, right? Obviously. Every day same place, how can anybody would leave? So I looked at it and then looked around. Nobody seemed to be there. And then there was a building outside. Somebody is watching through Googling binoculars or something.
You're Swamiji.
Huh?
You're like...
Other Swamiji was watching. No. Then I took the money. I went to the bank and then came back. Third day, as even I was about to get out of that building, what was I looking for? Rent-a-fee note. Was it there?
Yes.
No, the story ends there. No more, the story continues. Now, why I am asking this, why I am interested in this part is, because if the things are happening every day, consistently, is the same thing, there must be two things possible. One, there is an intention. Second, there must be an intelligence. It is intentionally somebody is putting there to see whether I am taking it or not. And if a person has an intention, he must have intelligence. Purpose, scope, reason. Right? Now look at this world. Sunrise and sunset. Seasons change. Do you think it is haphazardly something is happening there? So when our rishis looked at why this is happening, there must be a reason why everything is so systematically going on. It's not a chaos. Gurudev said it's not a chaos, it's a cosmos. Bhishasmat vadapavate bhishad udedi suryaha bhishad indrascha agnischa mrityurdavati panchamidi. This is observation of the rishis. Everything is happening systematically because there is a person who is, as a leader, making it happen. There must be an intelligence and intention behind that intelligence. I mean, intention is there. Behind the intention, there is an intelligence. You go to a den of a lion. What do you see inside the lion's den? In a small bottle, blood is kept. And then meat are stored properly there. The bones in another side, neatly packed. Is it so?
Never been.
Huh? It looked like I've never been. And even if you go there, you will not find it there. Everything is thrown here and there, just like a teenager's room. Or your room maybe. Why? Neither intelligence is there. Nor any intention to keep it anything in place. Brutal living. Anywhere there is intelligence and proper intention, there must be a system. Orderliness. So this world is not a chaos. Had it been, the sun, this earth will not be going in a particular fashion. Not more, not less. If it goes further close, it will be burned. It will be farther away, it will be totally frozen. And the whole thing is in such a system. And looking at the system, the Rishi said, there must be an intelligence that is behind this. It's a natural conclusion. A logical conclusion. You look at the small seed of a tree. What an amount of information that is kept inside. The whole characteristics of all that which would be in the future about the tree is already embedded there. Just like your chips that are there in your computer or in your phone, etc. In a small little space, how much of information is stored? This is not new. Shankaracharya says, Bijasyantaribanguro jagadidam prag nirvikalpam punah. He says, just like the small seed contains the entire information about the tree. After that only they created chips. Looking at the small seed, how much of information is already there? What kind of leaf should be there? How many branches should be there? How deep should be the root? What kind of fruits? Everything is there inside. In your own DNA. How much of information is stored? In the same way, the entire world is in the form of a single seed. So, that cosmic intelligence cannot be overlooked. It is there. So Krishna says, I am that intelligence there, and I am expressing myself in many, many, many ways. The trees and the plants, the sun, the moon, the stars, the seasons, the world, the galaxy, the whole system is what I express. If I stop, one day if I stop, one day sun delayed, decided not to come. Or that means earth has decided to go slow. You know what will happen? Everything will be chaotic. Even the flight gets delayed for 1 hour. How much of problem the whole... See, if one flight gets delayed for whatever reason, you know how many adjustments have to be done in the entire system? The airports have to be, they have to reschedule, and then people have to be rescheduled. The other flights have to be rescheduled. Because of other flights, so many other flights, so many... A single delay will create such an amount of chaos entire place. Imagine the Lord stops one day, a holiday. No sun today. Chalo, earth, stop. We've been doing for many, many millions of years. Let us stop one day. Everything will come to a standstill, and we will not be able to survive. So, Krishna says, if yadi hyayam na varteyam jada karman atandritah mama vartmano vartante manushya partha sarva. If I do not do what I am doing in the form of cosmic work that is going on, everything will be in chaos. I will destroy the world. Even though I have nothing to do, Arjuna, but I am here. So I am the best example for Karma Yoga. The leader with principle, but not having any desire for result. He plans for the result. He executes the action. But when the results come, he says, it's not for me, it's for everybody. So the principle of a leader is, the leader stands for a principle. Situations can create a leader. Leaders can create situations. So that's why he says, the leader should have a clear vision about what he is doing. I used to give this example. Once I went to somebody's house. Now they invited me for food. So I went there. And after I reached there, the lady said, now let me start cooking. Okay, it takes an hour. What am I going to do? So I sat there, and there was a beautiful picture on it. There's a table like this, there was a beautiful picture there. I said, wow, beautiful, let me have a closer look. And I picked up that picture. I crumbled into pieces. Did I tell you about that?
Yeah.
It crumbled into pieces. Sometime back, I remember. So it was nothing but a zigzag puzzle. What do you call it?
Jigsaw puzzle.
Jigsaw puzzle, not zigzag. Jigsaw puzzle put together. A beautiful. I just saw a beautiful tree, and then there is some stream going there, and then mountains there, birds, and I had a little bit of that thing because when I picked it up, everything crumbled. I said, okay, anybody's watching? I picked up all of them, put it in a box, and then kept quiet. One boy came there. What did you do there? I said, no, I'm just sitting there. No, you have destroyed that jigsaw puzzle which it took 1 hour for me to put it together. I'm very sorry. What sorry? Do it. I said, I can't do that. I've never done that. That's more reason you have to do it now. Do it. All the more reason to do that. No, but give me the picture, original picture, no, because you see that and then assemble it. So give me that picture. When you are doing it, they look at the format and then not available. So now I have to close my eyes, now think, what was the picture which I saw? There was a bird there, there's a mountain here, and then stream here, the tree was here, some animals were standing there. So first I fixed the corners. That's the easiest thing to do. Fix the corners. Then I started working on it slowly came to shape, and an hour later, Beautiful. Big picture. Oh, very good. See, I called him. See, I did. So don't ask me. By the time the lady of the house said, oh, yeah. Food is ready. You come, Swamiji. Bye-bye. I was about to go. And he picked up the whole thing. Everything again crumbled. Hey, why did you do that? Now you realize how much I worked. So you made it like this. Now you see how painful it is. I said, okay, maybe. Nah, wait, come here. What? Do it again. Hey, why did you remove that first of all? No. This time you have to do from behind. Behind means what? Other side where you can only, a black paper is there. You can't see what the picture is going to be. You know, where the tree and where the plant. I can't see anything because everything is going to be black. I said, no, I'm not going to do it. So, no big for you. No food. If you don't do it. What is this prarabdha? Oh. So, now I have to do without knowing what I am putting together. Anyway, the same principle, I fix the corners and then whatever is matching that shape, I just put it. Now, he took that and said, okay, now let us see what happened. Then he picked it up and put it on the other side. It didn't make any sense. Things were assembled, but they were, one leg was here in the hand, like, modern painting. Abstract painting. Head will be there, leg will be there, eyes will be there, nose will be there. And these abstract painters always put the signature below, you know that? You know why? Then only you know which is top, which is bottom, and which is side. You don't know. So, I said, this doesn't make sense. Exactly, Swamiji. Unless you see properly, you will not be able to put it together. So I was quite surprised by the wisdom of this boy. Then when I went to start eating, I was thinking, is it not so true? Without a vision, there cannot be a leader. What is he trying to convey to the followers? The principle should be there, but principle should have a vision to reach. Just like if I have to go from here to that part of the room, I must see it first before I start walking. Where am I going? So the leader should not only have a principle. Let us say that Gandhiji, we gave an example. He said, I will be non-violent. For what? To gain freedom. Just not being non-violent is a principle. But the principle leading to what? Leading to an experience which you have not had before. Freedom. And that's why he says freedom is our birthright. So nobody can make us slave. That inspired even Martin Luther King, right? He said, I was inspired by, or even what is this, the African, what is his name? Nelson Mandela. The vision. Why am I doing this? So Krishna says, have the vision. But the problem is, your vision, others don't understand. A leader must have a principle. The principle must be directing himself towards a vision. But the vision will not be shared by people, all people. Every master had gone through this situation. Do you think Bill Gates, when he started up, people understood what he is doing? Or Steve was doing? Or even when Lincoln, when he started his process? Or Gandhi, when he started, the Buddha, when he started the process? Oh, they didn't. They misunderstood. Even Christ, when he was talking about it, they put him on the cross. Those people who put him on the cross and killed him were few in number. But those who are following him for the rest of, until today, are millions. Is that not true? Buddha, for example. At that time, nobody understood him. And later on, people realized what a vision he had. Gurudev, when he started off, people laughed at him. You are talking about Gita to the public, nobody wants it. He said, I'll prove it to you. Thousands and thousands of people started following. So, vision. Why am I doing this? Just like eyes must be there before you start walking. Otherwise you will grope in the darkness. That vision. Then Krishna says, you understand one thing. People in general do not want to act without desiring for a result. Nobody. Na buddhi bedam janayet ajnanam karma sanginam. Joshayet sarva karmani vidwan yukta samacharam. That's what he says in verse number 26. If you look at it. Don't you ever unsettle mind of the ignorant people who are attached to their action because they are attached to a result. Na buddhi bedam janayet ajnanam. Those ignorant people. Karma sanginam. Those who are attached to work. So when our Gurudev began his journey as a master, as a proponent of Vedanta, it's very interesting. When he started off, nobody knew him. He has no idea about where to go. So it is very interesting if you have read his biography. He went there to Pune. He was already a sannyasi wearing a saffron cloth and a long beard. And he went there. And there was a man who was sitting outside in the house. Those old houses, they had a veranda or something, outside portico kind of thing. Where they sit and then, people meet there. Sometimes they sit and talk. Sitting and reading a newspaper. Early morning, around 5:30, 6 o'clock. As you know, Gurudev was originally a journalist. So he was very interested to know what's happening. Because he was out of touch for many years. So when he came down to the plains and then he was walking around in the streets of Pune, he looked at this fellow who was reading a newspaper. He went there to him and said, "Can I read the newspaper, please?" He looked at it. A sannyasi speaking English? First of all, that itself is a surprise. And he wants to read the newspaper. He hesitated, looking and, okay, read. So he took that paper and started reading. So the fellow was really, is he just making up or is really reading it? So then Swami said, I'm a little exhausted or I'm just, feeling dirty because I've traveled. Can I have a shower, please, at your home? In pure, chaste English. Of course. He asked him to take shower and then have food. And why are you here? He asked. So Gurudev said, I'm here for you people. What do you mean by that? Said, I came from Himalayas and I have been traveling around, understanding the human, what they need, and really I found people need the right understanding. So what do you plan to do? So I found that there is a temple here, Ganesha temple. I would like to talk to people why we are Hindus. He looked at him. Who is going to listen to you? Who is going to listen to you? You! He said, me? Yeah, you are going to be my audience. That evening, when he began his speech, there were only 3 people, he said, including the speaker. Husband and wife, the people who hosted him, and he. It's all the speakers. But he stood by that, I am going to do this as my life journey. Within a week or two, the crowd started swelling like nobody's business. 10, 15, 20, 30, 100, 200, 300, 500. By the time he finished 30 days, there were almost 400 people in front of him. Then he said, now I have to go to another place. Now it's not, because, one place, fine, I have already conveyed my message in Guru. So he went to Chennai. And there obviously nobody knew about him. So he was looking for around, what's the place, where am I to go to? So nobody wants to host him because they don't know him. So somebody said, one Muslim gentleman came to him and said, there is a haunted house if you want to go and stay there. Haunted house? Yeah. They said there's some ghosts living there. All right, I'll go and stay. It is, that is not a very untidy and then unclean, and he went and cleaned the place. He put his things there. It's a very old house and we stayed there. And the evening lecture, there only. He cleared the place and sat down. You used to do, he will put a cloth over him and take that bull horn and then go around and say, today evening, Swami Chinmaya is speaking on Hinduism. All are welcome. He himself. Go around and come back and sit. So slowly people started coming. In the opposite house, there was one family. They fed him because they took pity on him and then fed him, and then they came and sat. One family. So then slowly others also came on. Swamiji is living here. And the first person, one of the people, he asked, I was told there are ghosts living here. Have you seen them? They asked. Yeah, they're there behind. Can you see them? So, but you are not afraid in the night they don't disturb you? Disturb? No. How come? See, they came and they told them, if you want to be here with me, you must give some donation. They never came afterward. They just ran away. So, when he began his journey, there was nobody. But did he stop? That is called vision. You must have the vision. This is what I am going to achieve in X number of years. And for that, this principle is necessary. So the movement of an individual, a leader, is directed by what vision that he has. And people may not understand. Na buddhi bedam jane, that's what he says. People who are otherwise so busy with their own work, their own attachment, they don't understand why you are doing this. So don't unsettle the mind of people who don't understand you. But what you should do, shoulder to shoulder, work with them. A leader will never hesitate to show and demonstrate what he has as his vision. Whether you understand it or not. You may not understand at all, doesn't matter. I will do it. I'll show you how it is. So that undeterring enthusiasm. That is the simple character. One most prominent characteristic of a leader is unending enthusiasm. So much of energy. And when I used to, visit Swamiji, when he used to come to the Bangalore and other places, we all, Yogakendra people, youth, will go and flock him because he will express so much of energy, so much of enthusiasm. And it's like a, what do you call that? It's like, it'll catch fire. What is that called? It's like contagious. The moment you be with him, you will have the same amount of enthusiasm. And that is the reason why he was able to appeal to any strata of life. Young, old, children, women, men, educated, uneducated. Everybody is enthused by the presence. Why? Because he is such an amount of vigor, energy. That is the reason why a leader excels in exemplifying what he wants, not just talking. And is sticking to that principle of what he says is what he does. So, having said this, in the following verse he says, never you get discouraged by anybody who doesn't want to follow you. If those people who are not understanding you, who do not want to follow you, you cannot convince a person who is convinced otherwise. Unless such a person comes out of his own misunderstanding. If somebody says, closing the eyes, I say, there is no light at all here. What can you do? Open your eyes. I don't want to open my eyes. But it's all darkness. So if he is convinced that it is darkness, it is like a person who is sleeping, you can wake him up, right? But one who pretends to sleep, can you wake him up? If somebody is sleeping, you touch that person, yes, he will wake up. But if somebody is pretending to sleep, you can never wake him up. Why? Because he decided not to wake up. In the same way, there are some ignorant people who can come out of it. But those people who decided to be ignorant, what can you do with them? So a leader will never have will never get discouraged by people who do not want to change. But he is there for those people who are eager to change but don't know how. So that is the nature of a leader. And Krishna says, I have given you this right knowledge, and if you are convinced that I am telling you the right thing, you will gain the highest amount of perfection. If you, on the other hand, make fun of what I am saying and you don't want to follow, you will go down for sure. Now you see, Krishna, what you are saying is right, but I cannot overcome my habits. I cannot get up before 8 o'clock. Not possible. I cannot stop eating the donuts. I cannot stop eating my cheese pizzas. And I have no intention of doing any exercise. I don't want to study. I cannot stop Facebooking. I cannot stop tweeting. I cannot stop uploading my pictures in the Facebook and watch who's liking and who's not liking. No, not liking. How many people followed my link? How many people liked? I am so busy doing all those things. Where is the time for vision, principle? I have no idea. So Krishna says, I am not surprised. Sadrisam cheshtade swasyaha prakritehe jnanavanapi. Every individual is following his own prakriti. Even a man of knowledge. Jnanavanapi cheshtate, he engages. Sadrisham, according to one's own nature. Prakritim yanti bhutani nigraha kim karishyati. Everybody will follow according to the dictates of one's own mind. Who can stop it? Arjuna says, so you gave up. It is like one lady, putting the makeup, and foundation, second foundation, third foundation. So the young boy, her son came. What are you trying to do? So I'm trying to look good. Okay. So he went, and then he was busy with something. And then this lady went out to do some shopping, Black Friday shopping, and then she came back. Then she started removing that. So at that time the boy came. So he gave up. He's trying to look good before, now you gave up on that. In the same way, Arjuna says, so you are saying everybody will act according to their own prakriti, nature. And what can anybody do? So you are giving up? So he says, no. Why we cannot give up our habits, cannot give up our way of living or the lifestyle which we have taken up consciously or unconsciously, in a good way or a bad way, whatever we cannot change ourselves. You know why? Arjuna says, yes, why? Tell me, why? We have strong likes and dislikes. That dictates our life. It's like a river is directed by the banks of the river. Correct or not? How the river should flow is decided by the banks. In the same way, one bank is what I like, another bank is what I don't like. My life flows only in the dictates of likes and dislikes. So let us say that after this program, where do you go? Where do you like to go? Some people will go to a movie. Some people will probably go to the friend's house. Someone will go home and sleep. I'm exhausted listening to all these things. Somebody will go for a party. Somebody go for shopping. According to your like, isn't it? And when you go to a mall, there are so many different varieties of clothes and other things. Why? Because I like this and you don't like that. And somebody likes something else. So is it not the variety of this thing in the world is according to the likes and dislikes of all of us? If a section of people or in the whole that society, people don't like a thing, they will not keep it there. So especially when you go to Walmart or something in a winter time, when you go for some sweatshirt, it will not be there. Not sweatshirt, what do you call? T-shirts will not be there. Why? It's not a season. Or in the summer time, you go for some heavy, thick coat. It will not be there. Why? Nobody buys it now. One shoe company, they appointed a salesman and they said, you go to Africa and then try to sell our shoes. So he went there and he stayed there for a few weeks and came back. So then his manager asked, the boss asked, so how was your trip? Very good. So did you find a market? No chance. Why? Nobody wears any shoes. Everybody is walking barefoot. Then that manager said, what a great market you got there. And now you can introduce shoes there. Because nobody has seen shoes. That's the best place you can market. See, you can see it differently also. So, if you see all our life, when you look at your own schedule of a day, you will be engaging in those things which you like to do, and you consciously do not engage in things which you don't like. So our life is directed by likes and dislikes. So Arjuna says, no, I don't understand. What are you trying to tell me then? I am telling you, these likes and dislikes are the dictates of your Prakriti, nature. So, a leader should come out of it. Why? Because a leader cannot be dictated by the world outside. He should start dictating the world. Oh, that's right. Hitler is a dictator. I am not talking about that. He dictates means he decides the situations. If I am a slave to situation, then situation is greater than me, has a greater power over me. A leader should start dictating the situation. Giving you the example of Gandhi himself, when he was creating such a chaos outside in the society against quit India, he was constantly demonstrating. Undeterrent, he was doing that. So then the British could not, tolerate it anymore. They put him in the jail, in the prison. You know what he was doing in his prison? He sat down quietly, started reading Bhagavad Gita, and started writing his commentary. Happily. While he was doing happily that, outside people were agitating. Why did you put him in the jail? And they were demonstrating and saying, this, see the proud British, you should see that movie in Gandhi. These British officers, they sit down, what do we do with this fellow? When he's outside, he's creating trouble. When he's inside, others are creating trouble. And when he is outside, he is happily doing all demonstration. When he is inside, happily he is writing commentary. Now what can we do with him? He is not unhappy in any situation. No situation can make him unhappy. He is inside the jail, inside the prison, he will sit reading Gita and then write. His entire commentary on Gita he wrote in the prison. Outside, moment come outside, yes, so let's start again. He never stopped. That is a leader. He will never stop. Any situation, he will turn it around for his benefit. That's the magic of the leader. No situation where he sits down to cry about, to complain. He will not do it. Right? Because if I complain, that situation is greater than me. That situation is stronger than me then. I will not allow anything to make me small. I'll make sure that I overtake that. So here what we see is Indriyasyardhe ragadvesho vyavastitau. Therefore, when you are in touch with the world, you naturally create likes and dislikes. Tayoho vashamna agacche. Don't come under their control. Tau hyasya paripantino. They are the biggest enemies of a leader. Likes and dislikes. See, a leader should listen to others. And many of the leaders, what they do is they are afraid to listen to others. Why? There may be somebody who will not accept your opinion. So when you say, I propose this, this is what we do. Somebody will say, will not do it. So if he is afraid of opposition, he can never be a leader. Okay, why you are not planning to do this? Because these things will happen. Okay, I have a solution for this. So where a leader is not able to face the opposition, he can never move forward. So raga, dvesha, something which you like to do, don't go into only that, which means that you are caught in that. Or you run away from things you don't like, then also you are a slave. You are weak in both ways. Some people are weak to desires, some people are weak towards their fears. So your weakness is somebody else's strength. Understand that. When you are weak in something, somebody will take advantage of that. So neither the desire nor the fear will ever stop him. A leader should maintain the balance. Likes and dislikes, they cannot dictate terms to me. Indriya sarte raga dvesha vyavastha. So if you are slave to situations, you will become slave to likes and dislikes. Once you become slaves to likes and dislikes, then the situations will start pushing you here and there, and you have no control over it. Like for example, if you are going in a flight, once the flight takes off, the pilot has only one thing to watch, his panel. Correct? Can you see anything else? Open the window. Hi, how are you? You cannot see left and right. There is no signal there anywhere in front of him to stop or to move forward. All that he has is his panel. Right? All instructions he has to see only there. He can hear from there only. He has no control over anything that happens outside him. Correct or not? In the same way, your own likes and dislikes, if you start monitoring, you will know no situation can be overpowering. It will overpower only when you are weak. When your mind is strong, not affected by the strong prejudices, likes and dislikes, then the world is at your feet. If not, you are at its feet. So Krishna says, hey Arjuna, do you want to be a victim of the world or the victory of the world? If you want to be the victim of the world, then you don't do it. You don't fight. Let the Duryodhana rule, let Karna rule, let Bhishma rule, and you just go and beg, like you have been doing 13 years now. But if you want to be victorious, stand up. Even if you don't like to fight, fight. Why? You are fighting for a principle, not the people. Is that clear? So then Arjuna says, oh, I understood there. Now I have a question. Arjuna asks, what is your question? You know, your answers are so very convincing. Okay. What a leader should be, what principles he should have. A situation creates a leader, and leader creates situation. Fine. And leader should have a principle. And the principle is what makes an individual leader. Yes. And he must have a vision. Very good. And he should not be affected by likes and dislikes, like the bank of a river. It flows based upon the banks. In the same way, one should not be dictated by one's own likes and dislikes. Yes. I understood all those things. Yes. Why do then an intelligent person commit wrong things? Why do people commit sin? See, is it not that I know pretty well this is wrong, and still people do it? Most people who do commit crime are those people who know that it is a crime. Even in a law, if you are telling a lie, when you do not know that it's a lie, you are not punished that much. Correct? Am I right?
Yes.
But if a person knows that it is wrong and still does it, he will be punished more. You know it and then still did it. If I unknowingly when I do something, I am not punished. But knowingly when I do it, I am given a greater punishment. It is like one lawyer was cross-examining the guy. So, you said that you are well, you are okay to the cop, right? But you are claiming the medical insurance, medical claim for what happened to the insurance company, which is not right, because you said you are fine. To the cop, when he saw you lying down, you said you are fine. Did you say or not? I did say I am fine, but, did you say you are fine or not? I said, yes, I am fine, but, that's all I want. So the judge said, let him explain. See, I was going on my horse, and we were in it's a valley side, and then one truck came and hit us. And the horse fell down, I also fell down. We rolled down all the way down, deep there in the valley, and then when I woke up, the horse was lying down. Both the legs were fractured. It was bruises all over his body, and it was bleeding. At that time, the cop came, and he looked at the horse, and he asked me, how is the horse now? I said, it's very bad, and he shot it. And he looked around me and said, how are you feeling? What do you expect me to do? I said, I'm fine. If I said I'm not, then I would not be here in front of you talking to you about this. But when I say I am fine, it didn't mean I am fine. So there is always this, loophole there. So in the law also, if you knowingly did something, you are more punished than unknowingly when you do the same thing. Arjuna's question was, why do people commit crime knowingly? Atakena prayuktoyam papam charadi purusha. Anichannavi. Even though they don't want it, they do it. Why? Krishna smiles and said, that's a very good question. Do you think Duryodhana there, or Karna there, and Bhishma there, and Drona, they don't know that they are wrong? Do you think so? In fact, Duryodhana also made a statement. He said, I know what is right, I can't do it. I know what is not right, I can't stop it. Janami dharmam najame pravrittihi. I know what is right, I cannot do it. Janami adharmam. I know what is not right. Najame nivritti. I cannot stop doing it. Do you think Karna does not know Duryodhana is wrong? Duryodhana does he not know that he is wrong? Do you think Bhishma does not know that he is standing for a wrong thing? So Arjuna thought about, they must be knowing. Well, they are intelligent people. They know it. Then why are they doing it? Arjuna asked, why are they doing it? It's time for lunch. Therefore, I cannot tell you now, because if I say anything, it will not get in. Because your stomach is more pinching than intelligence which is wanting to know. So the attention is now down below there. So we will see it after we finish that. Om sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayaha, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkhavat bhavet. Om shanti shanti shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.